talk about Debo. We got to talk about Breece Hall. We got to talk about this Breece Hall and Christian McCaffrey debate that we had earlier today. We got some of that to go over. But I'm here answering your questions for the next, I don't know, hour or so. Maybe we'll go longer, but hit me with your questions and let's do this. Who's in here so far? Punch that thumb up button on your way in the door and ask away. Fantasy football court style, out and about on the streets of Phoenix. Your boy Smitty is here for you. I'm here for you. Punch the thumb up button. Get in here. Swift or Pollard this week. I mean, if Swift's playing, Swift, but we don't know what's going on with him, so we got to wait. Saquon, CMC, Saquon. Come on, Barnett. I mean, CMC may not even be playing. We'll see how much of the playbook he'll know and how many snaps he'll get. But the answer is Barkley by a mile. Let's go, Avi. Appreciate you being here. What's up, Ed? What's up, Barnett? What's up, Navage? Dobbs or Mooney? You know, that's a toss-up. I lean Mooney, but honestly, I go back and forth. Tunyon or Ingram. Give me Tunyon for safety. Ingram's a little higher risk, higher reward. CMC or Hall and Walker. For Hall and Walker, give me Hall and Walker over CMC. Trade. I mean, bro, you were here for it earlier when I said I would take CMC or I'd take Breece Hall over CMC, but because we can get more, we try, right? Because you can, and so therefore you get Walker. Of course, you're going to take that. You're going to take that. Trade Swift and for Etienne and Pittman. I only do that if you're in like desperate need and you're going to be out of it if you lose and he's sitting. But if he plays, you're going to be upset. You're going to be upset. I like Etienne a lot, though. I mean, I've seen CMC and JT, other owners, Breece Hall and Walker. Which duo is better? Probably CMC and JT by a little bit because I love JT. Justin Herbert, 30 plus. Yeah, I mean, JT and CMC is better. I'd say by a lot. Breece Hall. Look, Breece Hall and Kenneth Walker could get there, but when you're talking about trade value, market value, you got to go with what is right now. And while Walker could climb into the top 5, he's not there yet, and so you can't value him there. Whereas Breece Hall's in the top 5, CMC's in the top, 3 to 7. We don't know where he's at. We really don't. And then JT's my 1. You know what I mean? Joseph, I don't know, did you win what? Traded away Herbert and Hall and Adams for Allen, Henry, and Olave. Herbert, Hall, and Adams for Allen, Henry, and Olave. It's pretty arguable, man. It's a pretty arguable trade because it's a pro and a con across the board. Just traded Andrews and Kupp. Now have Kupp and JJ. Andrews for Kupp, I like that. I mean, you're drafting Kupp number 1 or number 2 overall. When you're drafting Andrews, in the second round, but he's not going to round 1. I feel like I lost this Monty versus Mostert. What do you think? I'd probably rather have Mostert for now, but I don't like either. Trade JT for Adams? No, JT's in the top probably 3 overall for me. B-Rob and A.J. Brown for Jamar Chase, non-PPR. B-Rob and A.J. Brown. Give me Jamar. It's arguable, though. If you need a running back, it's not the worst move to be on that B-Rob side. The power of psychology. Yes, Ed. Stash Foreman, Gus, the Bus Drake, or Kyron. Probably Kyron, bro. Stash Kyron. James, give Godwin and Jacobs to the JT to get JT and Higgins. Godwin and Jacobs. Yeah, give me JT all day long. Dynasty, J. Cook or Pollard. Probably Pollard. Trade Swift for Kenneth Walker. I probably would, Zach, but I would want to get a little more if you can because the market commands you probably get more. Are you going to your setup later? No, Saul. No, I'm not. Kyler and Aaron Jones for Josh Allen. Kyler and Aaron Jones. Josh Allen. Najee for Pitts. You need to get more than Pitts, man. Both of them are slumping. Trade CEH. Jeff Wilson for St. Brown. I like St. Brown by a mile. Where stop it, Zach? I don't know. Adams and Pollard for Pierce and Williams. Who's that? Pierce and who? What kind of Williams are we talking about, bro? We got the M Williams. We got. I'm sure you mean Mike Williams. I think you mean Mike Williams. I don't know. You got to clarify. Carr, D-Hop, Godwin, B-Rob for Lamar and A.J. Brown. Give me Lamar and A.J. Brown. Yeah. I got some bad wide receiver too. Got JT, Kelsey, Mahomes. Should I make an offer? Got some bad wide receiver too and running back two. Got JT. I mean, maybe see what you could get for Kelsey, bro. I definitely consider a trade, but it does depend. Let's go. 85 of you in here, punch the thumb up button. Start Alec Pierce or Wandale. Give me Alec. What's the chance that Oakland trades? There is no Oakland football team anymore, bro. It's Las Vegas. Trades Josh Jacobs in a similar fashion that Carolina did. I don't think so. They're not really in the same position, bro. The Raiders are still in the hunt. Still feel like they got the team. The Carolina Panthers can't do anything. It's a very, very, very different situation. Raiders very much think they're in it, and they're. Do I trade Debo for Pittman? No, you can get more for Debo. I mean, I like the idea of getting Pittman in something. Trade Gabe Davis and Higbee for T. Higgins or Godwin. I'd do something different. I kind of like the idea of keeping Gabe Davis and going after, Pittman. Just obtained JT and Waddle by giving up Amon-Ra and Najee. I love it. Smitty approved. Your Honor, what do you think about Mooney the rest of season? I think Mooney's going to be pretty good at times and pretty bad at other times. So we're going to do fantasy football court style. Basically what I'm doing, answering questions. I don't have my mallet. I'm not going to be in the studio tonight. I'm kind of doing this. I'm doing this out and about because I wanted to get out of the house, the studio. I've been cooped up. It's always nice to get out. Debo or CD rest of the season. Give me CD Lamb. Start to Ayuk, B-Rob, Gallup, Harris. Give me B-Rob and Ayuk, I suppose, this week. It might change from the next week, though. These lives are the best ones. Thank you, Avi, Mostert, or B-Rob at flex. Give me B-Rob, baby. Give me B-Rob. What do you think about Hunter rest of season? Hunter who? Hunter Renfro? Hunter the tight end? Like, what are we talking about here? Brees and Keenan for Amon-Ra, Melvin, and Henderson. Brees and Keenan for Amon-Ra, Melvin, and Henderson. Give me Brees, bro. Is Waddle or T plus Connor for CD worth it? Yeah, I'd probably take, not, try T Higgins and Connor for CD. Smitty, you have the best videos. Thank you, Saul. Appreciate you. Godwin, Higgins, or Pittman. Hey, Saul, can I ask you why you asked whether I'd be in the studio in my setup? The reason I asked Saul is I'm not mad at you or anything, but it's like I don't know. I don't know if you're saying that because you're like, why aren't you in the studio? Like, it's weird because like some people love when I go out and about once in a while, mix it up, and I like to get out and do these kind of on the streets videos, and they irk people. Sometimes they irk people. Sometimes people can't handle it. They're like, why aren't you in your studio? Why aren't you in like I'm your teacher from grade school? You're like, do you go out to the mall? Why are you at the mall, Mr. Smith? As if I can't go out too. I'm just curious, bro. What it was that made you say that? I don't care. I'm not mad at you or anything like that. I'm not going to yell at you or anything. I'm just curious what it is that made you ask that question. Because so many people have a problem with it. Like, not a lot. Just 2 or 3 people every show. Every show I do this, they're like, "Why are you at your studio? Why are you outside?" That one guy was like, "Very unprofessional of you to do a video. You should just wait till you get back to your studio." Like, give me a break. And I'm not saying, Raul, you meant it that way. I'm just curious why people have an aversion to me doing a video outside. When I do more videos than anybody, I think I can afford to do 1 or 2 out and about and run the risk of looking like I don't have my studio with me. Anyway, okay, back to the questions. I'm sorry. Back to the court. I was just ranting a little bit. Back to the court, guys. Vampire. Some of these are too long. I'm in speed mode here. I can't read long questions. I'm sorry. Damien Harris, Ayuk aren't going to get you much, bro. Catch me outside, says Tyler. Trade Judy, Warren, and A-Rob for Patterson. I don't know. I'm indifferent on that one. Smitty, out and about streams are some of the best streams I've seen. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you. Your Honor, Dynasty, would you trade Jay Cook for Tony Pollard? Pollard for me. Cook could become relevant. Drake or Gallup. Drake, and then I trade him. I use it. I use it to my advantage. Ayuk, London, Juju this week. Give me Ayuk, I guess, one more week. But I think he's going to lose a lot of work to CMC. I think everyone is. Debo for Waddle and Sutton. I don't know. I'll try and do something different with Debo, man. Pittman, Godwin, Higgins start one this week. Give me. I guess give me Pittman, but man, those are all. You got to make a trade. They're all the three. They're the same, bro. You're gonna get that wrong 100 times out of 99. You know, Help Smitty, Keenan Allen, Judy, or Dobbs. Pick two. Keenan Allen on the bench until he proves he's healthy and not a decoy, unless we hear something different. No, I was just wondering, since we always see you in the studio, no hate on brother. No, I wasn't saying you were, Saul. I just was curious what the thinking was. Because and I wouldn't have been mad at you if you're like, I just like you, and I wouldn't have got mad. It's funny. Like, there's always one or two people, and sometimes it's after the video. They're in the comments, and they're just like, I don't appreciate you not being in your studio. It's like, they take like a crazy stance about it. It's like, why? Rock out. When is fantasy court? This is fantasy court rock out. We're doing it kind of calm style. Robert, let's see here. Evans for Aaron Jones, full PPR. Do I accept Evans for Aaron Jones? I take Evans. WRM, take a lap. Why is WRM taking a lap? What did WRM do? WRM, let me look for WRM. What wide receiver for Barkley? JJ, Pittman, Cooks, or Keenan? Yeah, take a lap. Why are you asking about JJ? JJ's like number one or number two overall. I'm confused on that question. Grade my trade. That's way too long, OG. You gotta shorten it up, bro. You gotta shorten up your chat game, bro. It's gotta be like one line, baby. Drake and DJ Moore for Claypool. I don't know, Zach. That's just like it's a different Zach. That's just like what are you gonna? Who cares about that trade? You know what I mean? Smitty, do you hate me? I have asked you several times. Who would you start? No, Scott, I don't hate you at all. I don't hate you at all. Maybe the question is too long. Haven't you heard me say if they're long, I'm skipping them? They're just too long. It slows the whole thing down. Then I miss 15 questions to answer one. I asked you several times on who to start because trades have been offered. Suck. Start three. PPR 5-1. Pierce, Swift, Saquon Hall, JT Walker. Well, first of all, you need to make some trades because you can't be making these decisions every week, Scott. You're gonna drive yourself nuts. I'm starting JT, Hall, and Saquon. And the fact that you have to choose three out of these and you're playing in a two-man league and you're yelling at me because I have 1,000 people ask me questions in the specific chat, not 1,000, but 126 asking rapid-fire questions, Scott. And you really believe that me, your buddy, your pal Smitty, is actually ignoring you on purpose, Scott, is take a lap worthy. If I had the button, I'd push it. Because I'd never ignore you, Scott. I never ignore anybody on purpose. I'm just doing the best a grown man can out and about on the streets of Phoenix without my mallet. And now I've missed about 28 questions probably to answer that long question, Scott. That's what I'm talking about. So let's keep them short. It's okay, Scott. You can bounce back. But you need to make some trades. What's going on with that? Smitty, what's good? What's up, Manny? Mixon for Brees. What do I look like? Brees Hall. Of course, Brees Hall. Smitty, would you rather have Murray or Hubbard? Neither. Do you stream Tua this week? I don't know. I don't really like Tua too much until he proves he's fully healthy and proves he can stay on the field. Will Hill outsnap Drake? I think. Well, Hill who? Oh no, Hill no. The running back no. Well, maybe. Who knows, bro? That's why that's a horrible situation. Like, Here we were talking about Drake, and then there was JK, and it's like, it might not even be Drake. It might even be Drake at all. Ada says WRM on that makes sense. The way it was worded seemed, yeah. Let me see if WRM. Let me go. Hold on, guys. Pause on the rapid fire until I get back. Otherwise, you're gonna waste your breath. Hold on. Let's see. WRM said 2 QB Mills or Mac 10. WRM, I don't know. You'd have to ask it again. Try and shorthand it, bro. Swift for Adams. Give me Adams all day long. Should I trade Dalvin Cook? I have Madison and Hollywood Brown got hurt. Yeah, trade Dalvin Cook before it's too late. Last bench spot, Judy, Renfro, Moore, or Kyron. Give me Kyron, Wolf, and I appreciate you, Wolf. Swift for Kenneth Walker and CD. Take Kenneth Walker and CD and run and hide. And don't let anybody find him, bro. Smitty, would you trade Derrick Henry for Breece Hall and Amon Ra? Tarek, only if you like winning, bro. Of course I would. What are you talking about? Chubb, Swift plus Connor for Saquon or T. Waddle plus Connor, or what is this? What are these options we got here? It's like go through this door, you get these three. Chubb and Swift for Connor. Chubb or Swift plus Connor. Let's just pick Swift because Chubb's healthy and Swift's not. So Swift plus Connor for Saquon. Yes. Let's start with that instead of the 1,000 options. Let's see here. Zinsky, PPR trade, Pierce for Olave. I'd rather have Olave. But I do love my. I'm sorry, Pierce. I'd rather have Pierce, but I do love Olave. Pierce, all the way. Could Kenneth Walker turn into a top 10 TV rest of season? I don't know about a TV, Cade, but I think he could certainly turn into a top 10 running back. He is a top 10 running back. But a TV set, I don't know. And you keep pasting it over and over. Will they turn into a television set? I mean, he might come out of your television set, bro. You keep disrespecting him. Zinsky, appreciate you again. Avi says this team has Chase, Waddle, Lamb, no running backs, just lost Javonte. Should I trade Mike Evans and either CMC or Barkley for Chase and CD? So don't trade Barkley. So would you trade Mike Evans and CMC for Chase and CD? You could argue that left and right, bro. CMC and CD versus Chase and Evans. I'd probably say CMC and Evans have more value, but it's arguable. But I think you have more value on that side, the CMC side. But would I trade CMC? Yeah, I probably would if you can get into a safer vehicle. But I don't know about that 2 for 2, bro. The 2 for 2 doesn't sound right. Mike Evans and B-Rob for Amon Ra. Very arguable. I think because he's got that bye week out of the way, give me Amon Ra. I'd try and get something back. Kenwar, do I start Juju or Gallup this week? Probably Juju. It is a tough matchup, but I guess Gallup's safer. What does the chat think? Can I go to the chat? This is Kenwar's $10 super chat. I want to do him right. Gallup's maybe safer, but I don't love Gallup, bro. Plus Dak's coming back, and I'd probably lean Juju. I could be wrong on that. I want to get groupthink on that. I don't want to leave Kenwar hanging. Someone help Kenwar with that. Please vote below. Isaac, trade Godwin for Lamb. Start Peoples-Jones or Dobbs. Give me Dobbs and start Lamb if it's me, but it could go either way. Lancaster, thank you. Your boy got Jamar Chase and JT rest of season 14-team PPR. I had last pick traded. A lot of depth. Rank these 3 flex this week. The names are Hines, Samuel, and Alec Pierce. Probably Alec Pierce, and if Hines looks good to go, I suppose I'd consider that. But I think you got to go Curtis Samuel. Yeah, because JT. Yeah, go Curtis Samuel and Pierce. I don't love those options. I wish you had other options. I'd look for on the waiver wire. Maybe you'd find something. Aaron Jones, Mostert, CMC. Start to put Mostert on the bench, broski. If CMC's playing. If he's not playing, then obviously not. But, I mean, if he's playing, I'd rather have CM. I mean, what if you can't sit him? You know, even if he plays he might play more than we think, too. You just don't know. Mike Evans or Chris Godwin rest of season. Give me Mike Evans. My bad, Smitty. do I do? I don't know what you did. You didn't do anything wrong. Stop apologizing. My bad, Smitty. Do I do Swift and Connor? Oh, that was that combination one. Don't apologize, bro. I'm just busting your chops, my man, as I go through here. My bad, Smitty. Do I do Swift plus Connor to get Saquon or go with Waddle Connor for CD? Swift Connor for Saquon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I work for you. Don't apologize to me. ETN or B-Rob? ETN, but I like both, broski. Trade Swift and Lazard for Adams, says Zach. Yeah, get Adams all day, all day, all day. Alexander Madison on waivers. Is he a pick? It depends on what you're doing, what you're dropping, who you got. Mills or Tannehill at QB, got Josh Allen on a bye. Probably Mills, but I mean, that's a tough one. I wish you had some other option. ETN or B Rob? Give me ETN, but it is close. Gallup. We got a lot of Gallups. A couple of Juju votes. Pizza tonight. I wish I already ate. Smitty got offered Stevenson and ETN for Hall. Hall, bro. Juju, Gallup. It's a toss up. I'm gonna lean Juju, but I know it's a tough matchup. But I just don't know what Gallup's gonna do. He's got Dak coming back. What's that gonna look like? Swift or Brees the rest of the season? Give me Brees Hall, baby. He's like my number one. Go watch the last video, and you'll see why. Trade Swift and Lazard for Adams. Give me Adams all day. Bye weeks out of the way. Go boom boom. Do it. So do I keep Ramondre Stevenson in the lineup this week? We got to find out what's what tomorrow. We'll know more tomorrow night. PPR Mostert, Pickens, London or Collins. Who's TP? There's Ty Davis Price. There's who's TP? Mostert, Pickens, London, and Collins. Pick two. Off of what I can understand here, I would say give me London and Mostert. I don't know who TP is. There's Ty Davis Price. There's you got to be more specific, my guy. Swift or CMC. I mean, we gotta know who's playing, bro. Hey, Smitty, should I start Stevenson or Godwin in my flex since Harris is coming back? I got CMC, Kamara, Debo, Dak Lamb. I go Godwin, safe play unless we hear something. You know what I mean? If we start hearing something, then boom, we're back. We're back at it. Swift time. Smitty, are you on location or a koi pond? Sounds like peaceful. Do I keep Ramondre Stevenson? Again, you got to wait and see. Racing Boy says, hey, Smitty, just wanted to tell you I managed to pull off a trade Sun God with Evans and Walker. Trade offer for Sun God with Evans and Walker. So you got St. Brown and Najee for Evans and Walker. Well, first of all, you got him to throw Najee. If you got Sun God, thank God you got something back because Evans and Walker is a little too much. You know, I don't like Najee Harris, but I mean, I can't say that I like that this is a home run, bro, because I love Kenneth Walker, my guy. You know, Evans is a top potential 7 wide receiver, potentially. He could be up and down. Sun God, I have higher rank than Evans. I like Sun God more, but Walker and Evans crush just St. Brown. So the question is, you know, is Najee, I want you to trade Najee, you know. I want you to trade Najee. Zach in the building. Stop it. Stop it. Do I keep Ramondre Stevenson? You've asked me that 7,000 times, and we gotta wait. We gotta wait. Just pump the brakes and wait, baby. You know, we don't know. We don't know. We gotta see what the news looks like. When the news guides us, we'll know what to do on CMC, on Swift, on Ramondre. We kind of gotta wait and see. We kind of just have to kind of chill. CMC for B Hall and ETN. CMC for B Hall and ETN / CMC for Walker and Kamara. Walker and Kamara over CMC. I take Walker and Kamara over CMC in a heartbeat. CMC for Brees Hall and ETN. I take Brees Hall and ETN, and like we talked about earlier. But would I rather have Walker and Kamara? Probably. I don't know. That one's tough. I love ETN, man. Part of me wants to say Hall and ETN over Walker and Kamara, but I love Walker. I love Walker. What's the chat think on that one? You guys like Kenneth Walker and Kamara, or you like Hall and ETN for CMC straight up? Aside from Zach in the chat, is Debo and Evans too much for JJ? Yeah, probably a little bit, but could you get something back like an ETN? Which two would you start, brother? ETN, Harris, or Brian Robinson? ETN and Brian Robinson, pretty easy. Rest of season outlook: Gus Edwards or Kyron Williams? Kyron Williams. Paul, get breached. You saying that made me draft. Wait, hold on. Get breached. You saying that made me draft him in round 4 in my leagues, plus all the info I got from listening to your show. Paul, take a lap. Take a victory lap, Paul. A big fat victory lap, my guy. A big fat one. Do you trade deep? Okay, I think I'm caught up on the chat right now. Let's see if I can go fast. Rapid fire. I'm only reading what I see. Let's go. Keep it short. If it's more than one sentence, I'm skipping it. Can I trust B-Rob over Mostert this week? Yes, I would go B-Rob. Walker side. Okay, close. That's close. Trade Debo for what wide receiver? A.J. Brown. Gabe Davis and something. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Zach, friend. Appreciate you, Zach F. Trade Swift and Kareem Hunt for CD and Kenneth Walker. Swift and Kareem Hunt. CD and Kenneth Walker all the way. How tall are you? 6'2.5", maybe. Stash White or Pacheco? Give me Pacheco. Start Mike Evans or CD this week. Start Mike. That's a toss-up, man. They're both excellent plays every week. I guess give me Mike Evans this week, I suppose, bro. 4-2, 10-team PPR, 2 QBs made a drunk trade last night. Sent Allen, Pittman, and Juju and Pollard for Tua, Hall, AJB, and DK. Allen, Pittman, Juju, and Pollard for Tua, Hall, AJ Brown. I don't even know how to digest this trade. It seems like you did okay. Pittman and Hall. I hate giving up Pittman and Hall. I'm sorry. I hate giving up Pittman and Allen, but it seems like you got Hall, AJ Brown, DK. Yeah, I think I like it, but that's a tough one. That's a tough one, bro, because it's like it's all imbalanced, you know. Walker to the moon, absolutely. Let me get down to the bottom again. I'm sorry, guys. CMC, who's that behind you? Your mom. PPR flex, J-Rob, London, or Kenyon Drake? J-Rob, I think. J-Rob. Let's see here. Prescott, Mike Williams, Swift, or Wilson. Mike Williams, Swift, or Wilson, Davis, Hall. Gabe Davis, Hall, Wilson, Prescott. Gabe Davis, Hall side. Start JT or Brees Hall. Both. Why would you be in that situation, bro? Why would you be in that situation? You can't be in that situation. There's no way. I call cap. That's the number 1 and number 2 overall running back. So no, I'm not answering that question. You start both of them. There's no reason you can't say anything different. That's the number 1 and number 2 running back. Evans for Mixon. Give me Evans. Trade Ertz for DK. Give me DK all day. Give me DK all day long. I appreciate you, easy game. Swift or CMC? Give me CMC for right now because Swift is injured. Kenneth Walker or Damian Pierce this week? I'm not sitting Kenneth Walker. I'm not sitting Pierce. I'm not sitting either one. You're not putting me in that box. But I'll just say I'm definitely not sitting Walker. CH or Monty? Give me CH. Smitty drafted Javonte and Dobbins. What can I do? I need more help than that, bro. I can give you a hug, a virtual hug. But like you give me nothing. I can't go off those guys are both gone. So like I have nothing to work with here. I could say sorry about the Javante because I probably had something to do with that. But I could say JK had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with you drafting JK. That's for sure. But I did have something to do with the Javante, so I'm sorry. But hey, most people that drafted Javante and lost him, they're all coming back saying I had Brees Hall and Pierce, and we're good, bro. Got offered CMC and Amon Ra St. Brown for my Chubb and D Hop. CMC and Amon Ra is probably better, I would say. Yeah, I'd probably say do that. Um, Traded Najee for Walker. I traded Najee for Walker. Why you? Oh, that's great. Yeah, Walker all day. Walker all day. Smash. Chubb or Walker. I mean, Chubb's got higher value, but like I like Walker like quietly as much. So you trade. So you trade him, bro. You know, you trade Walker. You trade for Walker, and you get more. It's pretty simple. You know, I love Walker. Get more. Go do it. Do it live. London or Moore. I assume that's DJ Moore. I'm gonna say probably London for right now. JT or CMC for JT. Cook or Mixon. Well, maybe that question that person said JT or Brees Hall. Maybe they're talking about trade. Now that I think about it, maybe that was a trade. If it was a trade, JT's got more value. So you gotta get if you're gonna get Brees Hall for JT, you got to get Brees Hall and something. But that was probably what he meant. I got offered Bateman for B Rob. Well, you could tell him to take a lap. B Rob over Bateman's not like you could drop Bateman. I wouldn't pick him up. You know what I mean? So like that one that one's a cakewalk, bro. That one's a cakewalk. That's not even a good question. You know, not that your question is great. I'm glad you asked the question, but I mean like that guy shouldn't be offering you that trash. If I had my river dance button, I'd be pressing that. That's garbage trade. Mahomes or Burrow. Mahomes. As much as I love Burrow, I'm taking Mahomes. You know, right now. But I do like if I again, this comes down to trade value, draft value, all that stuff. You could take Burrow and you could take Burrow for your Mahomes and get more. That's the whole point of buying low and selling high. So when people say, Smitty, I thought you liked Burrow more. Why would you take Mahomes? I feel betrayed. Smitty said he loves Burrow. Burrow's this guy. But when you ask him straight up, you want Burrow or Mahomes? That's not the question, though. On draft day, where did we draft Burrow? We drafted Burrow in round 6 or 7. Where did you draft Mahomes? 3, 4. So I like Burrow more because I'm drafting him in 6, 7. I'm allowed to get a wide receiver or running back in 3, 4. We got Brees Hall and Burrow instead of getting, Mahomes and not getting Brees Hall. So same concept. If someone says, do you like Mahomes or Burrow moving forward? I'd rather have Mahomes in a vacuum, but I'd rather have Burrow if it affords me a trade and you give me an extra piece, You know what I'm saying? So it's all about that. Buy low, sell high. Ed, appreciate you, Ed. I'll see you later, my guy. Use my waiver wire on B Rob. Absolutely, WRM. You use your waiver wire. You use it now. Mike Evans or CD Lamb rest of season. Give me. It's even. It's even. I mean, they're neck and neck, bro. They're neck and neck. Start Godwin or Debo. Give me this week. Give me Debo, but like we might see that drop off really soon. Hey, Smitty, I'm in a. You're in the Scupo Dough bar. Come inside. Is that you? Is that you? You scooping the ice cream? Oh, it's funny. There's just some high school kids scooping ice cream in there. Any news on CMC playing Sunday? I mean, we think he's going to play. We don't know how many snaps he's going to get. B Hall, Pierce, Leonard Fournette for Ramondre Stevenson, pick 3. B Hall, Pierce. We don't even need to waste our breath with that, bro. Fournette, probably Fournette because Stevenson Fournette's tough, but probably Fournette. I traded Mixon plus Mike Williams for Devontae Adams. Smash. Absolute smash. Like, amazing trade. Did I miss any super chats? Let me go through here. I think I got them all. So got offered CMC, Amon Ra St. Brown, Chubb, and D-Hop. Yeah, I think I'm caught up. I'm going to go through all these. Traded Mixon. Okay, I'm caught up. Smitty traded Pierce and Lockett for Aaron Jones and Godwin. Pierce and Lockett for Aaron Jones and Godwin. I'm okay with the Aaron Jones and Godwin side. It's a tough one. B-Rob and Lamb for Amon-Ra. G-Money, I think if you're needing depth in this move, and I think with this team, you're needing the extra player, I don't think I give up the 2 players. Lamb's close enough to Amon-Ra that I don't think you could afford to lose B-Rob. If this is a different league that I don't know about, and you have tons of depth and you're never using B-Rob, then I would be more willing and apt to trading the depth. $10 hauler from Eric. Appreciate you, Eric. Mashed potatoes. Last week you disapproved my Brees Hall for A.J. Brown and MT trade. I now traded A.J. Brown. Of course I disapproved that, by the way, Eric. Brees Hall for A.J. Brown and MT. That was a no, right? And for a good reason. Brees Hall is like a top 3 overall player, at least top 5. So, yeah. So now you're asking this. I now traded A.J. Brown and Pierce and Higbee for Diggs, Cooks, and J-Rob. You traded A.J. Brown and Pierce and Higbee for Diggs, Cooks, and A-Rob. I'm going to disapprove that one too, Eric. Why didn't you come to me on this one? I traded A.J. Brown and Pierce for Diggs. Because here's the thing, man. J-Rob's nothing. And Cooks is almost nothing. And Diggs is maybe the best player in the deal. But A.J. Brown's really close to him, and Pierce is really close to him. If we're drafting over today moving forward without factoring in anything but week 7 through 17, you're going to draft Diggs probably 9, 10, 11, 12. You're going to draft Pierce 11, 12, 13. And you're going to draft A.J. Brown 15, 16, 17. You're getting 2 top 18 players. And really Pierce is very close to Diggs. So I don't like that trade. But I appreciate you. But I appreciate you, my guy. I don't want you mad at me. But you asked my honest opinion, and I was right on the first one, was I not? Was I not right on that one? I said don't do that Brees Hall trade, and you didn't do it, right? Or did you do it and I just disapproved it? Oh, you did do it because you had A.J. Brown in that deal. Oh, no, bro. Why don't you come to me before you make the trade? You know, your super chats are appreciated. Your support's appreciated. I'm here for you. But, come to me before the trade. Actually, get on my text line at thefantasyfootballshow.com, bro. For $49 for the year, you can get on my text line. On the pricing table, if you don't want to get the other packages, right below the pricing table is the text line. But you need to get on my text line, bro. Smitty, do I trade Najee for Hall? Only if you like winning, bro. Hey, Tyler, what would make you think? I'm just curious. I'm not mad at you. I'm not trying to go at you or anything. But what would make you think that I wouldn't want Brees Hall over Najee? I'm just curious. Because I've been telling everybody to sell Najee since week 1, and you almost can't even give him away. And Brees Hall is my number 1 or 2 or 3 overall player. You know what I'm saying? So what on earth would make you even? I'm just curious. I'm not mad. I'm not trying to call you out or anything. I'm just curious what if I'd not done a good job. I just don't know. I've not done a good job of explaining how much I love Brees Hall. I feel like I've been beating a dead horse. Let's see here. Smitty at ASU again. No, I'm not at ASU. Not at ASU, but I will go running after this. Don't be nice to him. Be nice to Tyler. Tyler didn't do anything wrong. I'm just curious. I just want to know. Pick up Kyron Williams or who's Weenie McTurd? I don't know what nickname. I don't know if that's referring to a certain player. Trade Swift for CD. Probably only because we don't know what's going on with Swift right now. I hate to say it. Tyler Huntley is a good stash and super flex. He absolutely is, Sam. I'm from AZ2. Attaboy. Saul, DM me on Instagram. I'm going to put you in the Arizona Instagram chat group. So DM me first word Arizona on Instagram, and I'll put you in that chat group for when I do meet and greets and stuff like that. I sometimes I come to this location right here, this Lou Malnati's location, and I do a live stream here, and it'd be great to have all the local people on one chat group, in one chat group, so I can let you all know where I'm going to be. So DM me, my guy. Got to play 3. JT, B Hall, Walker, CD. Put B Hall on the bench, unfortunately. Make a trade, though. Help, I traded you for a TV, says Cade. I don't know what that means, Cade. You're repeating it over and over, too, so I don't know if I'm supposed to get it. Are you the same guy that asked about a TV earlier? Talk about Wandell. Now is the right time to talk about Wandell. Okay, earlier wasn't. Now is okay. Wandell Robinson's good. He's got a lot of upside. He's a wide receiver 4, but could be a good wide receiver 3 potentially. It just depends. But right now he's a wide receiver 4. But I like him, and I pick him up if he's available. Wandell or Kyron, you could go either way. If you need a running back, go Kyron. You need a wide receiver, go Wandell. They're close enough for sure. Chubb for Brees straight up. You can get more. I like Brees Hall more quietly, but that doesn't mean I make the trade. I take advantage of the fact that Brees Hall is laughable next to the big top 2 or 3 overall players. I love that outside our world, people don't understand what time it is. They don't get the assignment. That's fine by me. Start CMC or Brees Hall. I'm sorry, Bateman. No, hold on. I'm seeing like 8 different things. Start CMC or B Robinson. That's tough. I'm at Phoenix. You're in Surprise, Prodigy? DM me on Instagram, Arizona. First word Arizona, Prodigy. And remind me to put you in the Arizona Instagram chat group so I let you all know where I'm going when I do live streams and stuff out and about. Not like night ones. I mean, when I do like a meet and greet, during the day or something. Trade Brees Hall and Gabe Davis for Najee Harris and Mike Thomas. Come on, Ricardo. Come on, Ricardo. Please don't tell me that's a serious one. Traded Brees Hall and Gabe Davis for Najee Harris and Mike Thomas. No. I wouldn't trade Mike Thomas and Najee. I wouldn't trade for those guys for just Brees Hall. I'd probably rather have Gabe Davis straight up. Like both those. No. Dan says Cave Creek, listen all the time. Dan, DM me on Instagram, the word Arizona, and I'll put you in that chat group. Yeah, Ricardo, that must be Ricardo. I hope you didn't actually do that trade. You're asking, should you? And we're going to tell you, step away from the cliff. That's got to be one of the worst trades I've ever seen, at least this year. Oh my God. Yeah. No. Brees Hall, Damian Pierce, Fournette. Some of these are too long, guys. Trade AJ Brown and Walker for JT and Pickens. I take AJ Brown and Walker. Start Mostert and Deontay Johnson. Probably, if Mostert looks like he's good to go. Pierce or Stevenson, give me Pierce, bro. DK or Higgins, give me DK until Higgins proves healthy. But I could go back and forth. And ask me tomorrow night because I might change my mind on that one. I'm in Arizona with Ramona eating donuts. DM me on Instagram if you're from Arizona. Okay. Jose, I don't know what did he do? What did Quintella or whatever do? Like, I see you put him in timeout. Just be careful putting everybody in timeout. I appreciate you, Jose. I know you're on patrol. Jose's on patrol. But Smitty, I gave Ramondre and D Hop for JT. Yeah, I like that. I do it live. Come to Cali, I do sometimes. Ricardo did the trade, so I'm screwed for the year. I don't know what the rest of your team looks like, Ricardo, but you just gave up the number 1, 2, or 3 overall player in my mind at Brees Hall, and you gave up Gabe Davis, who's a quietly low-end wide receiver 1, and you got Najee Harris, who I don't even know if he's startable in some context. He's like running back, he'd be your flex play. And like, yeah, so you should have come to me, bro. You should have come to me. I'm from Alaska. Slayer, are you in Alaska right now, or are you just from Alaska? Because I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yeah, Ricardo, can we have a moment of silence for Ricardo, who traded Brees Hall? Ricardo, moment of silence for Ricardo, please. His fantasy team. We buried Ricardo's fantasy team right here. Everybody, moment of silence for Ricardo's fantasy team. We buried it right there. Ricardo, I'm sorry, my guy. I'm here for you, though. Ricardo is joking, right? I don't think he is joking. Brees Hall for JJ. I mean, you got to take JJ, I suppose. Ricardo, I think Ricardo's being for real, but I don't know. Maybe he isn't. That's a bad trade. Here lies Ricardo's fantasy team. Let me say something. Ricardo, your team fought hard. It never stood a chance. It was up against the wall, down 100 men, three men fighting 300. It tried hard. It fought well, but at the end of the day, Ricardo's team was just 8 men shy and couldn't get it done. Ricardo, this one's for you, pal. Ricardo's team out. Smitty, thoughts on Kamara possibly getting traded? I don't know. You know what? I kind of think like with the off the field issues, I don't know that a team's going to be going after him, bro. I don't think he gets traded. I don't think he gets traded. Ricardo, you still there? Or are you mad at me? Ricardo's probably like, I'm out of here. Um, that worked for Kareem Hunt, Gino, or Marcus Mariota. Give me Gino. Trade Debo for Lamb, probably. Best trade destination for DJ Moore, Green Bay or Chargers. Lenny and Olave for JJ. JJ. I'm in Red Rock, Smitty. Okay, DM me Arizona. If anybody's in Arizona, DM me the word Arizona, first word in your DM on Instagram. Or email me through thefantasyfootballshow.com. Trade Swift for Higgins and Gabe Davis. No, I probably try and lean on. I hold on to Swift, man. Favorite football snack: wings, hot wings. Would you trade Dalvin Cook for Higgins? I'd want to get more. Should I drop Darren Waller? No. My league thought I won the first trade, says Ricardo. Obviously, he threw a dono out. My bad. I must have missed it because I was doing a prayer for the fallen team. CMC, Mike Evans, Waller for Pierce and Andrews and ETN. CMC, Evans, and Waller for Pierce, Andrews, and ETN. Give me, that's a good one. So Pierce versus CMC, Waller. Give me Pierce, Andrews, and ETN, but that's really close, man. And I kind of feel like I'm wavering on it. Trade Chubb and Debo for Chase and Adams. Chubb and Debo for Chase and Adams. Give me Chase and Adams. Your league doesn't like you, Ricardo. Ricardo, I don't know if you're being serious or not, but like, I mean, Ricardo, if you just started to like follow me, I understand. But if you've been following me for a while, like at all, and you traded Brees Hall for that, then you aren't watching any. You're just like it's playing, but you're not listening to my videos. Like you might play them all the way through, but you're literally not even like hearing a word. Because Ricardo, I talk about Brees Hall every other minute. So I find it hard to believe you traded away Breece Hall for Najee Harris, essentially, after hearing me beat a dead horse over and over and over, bro. No, I'm still here. I traded Najee Harris and Debo for Swift and Pierce. I traded Najee Harris and Debo for Swift and Pierce. I'm okay with that one. Um, yeah, especially after the CMC deal. Uh, Swift is hurt right now, but once he comes back, you're balling. So I like that trade, Ricardo. Dalvin for Tyreek. Give me Tyreek all day long. Jacob says he sent a super chat. I must have missed. Let me go look. I'm sorry. I'm looking. G Money, thank you again. G Money's my dude. Jacob. Walker, Stevenson, Hall. I can only start two. Walker and Hall. That's easy. That's an easy question, Jacob. I mean, I like Stevenson, but, with Harris being back, pretty easy call, my bro. And yes, Tyreek over Dalvin. I don't care what you have. You make another trade. Tyreek's going to get you more than Dalvin Cook in a trade. Poor Ricardo, man. Nathan, feel like you can get Amon Ra for Lenny if someone isn't paying attention. I agree with that. Don't trade Cheetah, Pickens, and don't trade. If I said something that indicated otherwise, don't trade Hill. Trade Kareem Hunt for Gabe Davis. I would take Gabe Davis in a heartbeat. ETN for Stevenson. Honestly, like right now, Stevenson has more value, but that value is like crashing by the minute. Thank you, Jacob. That value is crashing by the minute, but it could resurge. Like if Bill Belichick's like, I don't. This is my Bill Belichick voice. I don't know. It's like he kind of sounds like Batman to me. I don't know why. That's my Bill Belichick voice. It's not even realistic, but it's just what I like to use. Like, I don't know. Damien's not getting his job back. So Stevenson goes out there and starts. He's got amazing value, but I quietly like ETN more. Just reversed the earlier one to mess with you. I don't even know what's going on. ETN or Myers this week? ETN, Tyler. ETN. Anything could happen, though. Swift for Kenneth Walker and Debo. Kenneth Walker and Debo by a mile. My name is Bill Belichick. Let's party. You just won $10 million, Bill. What are you going to do? What are you thinking? I don't know. Probably going to go study some film. Bill Belichick, you just won a brand new Mercedes-Benz. How do you feel? I'm going to go study film. Fryermuth season about to start. Clear concussion protocol. Ron Navy coming in with the Steelers hype already. Well, I like Fryermuth, but we definitely need him to resurge a little bit to be calling him, Fryermuth season. But I love how enthusiastic you are, Ron Navy. Appreciate you. Algier for B Rob. Give me B Rob. Who is your current Moon Men Mars Men list? I don't have the button in front of me, but the Moon Men hasn't changed. I haven't. That's been locked in. Like that's like for record. The Mars Men too. Do we think Swift is good to go? We don't know, man. We're waiting on the news. He's leaning probably on the wrong side of 50-50. Hopefully that swings back in the better direction tomorrow. Pierce, B. Hall, Fournette, Ramondre Stevenson trade running back for one wide receiver. I'm trading Fournette. I know. I mean, I'd trade Stevenson if I could. Like, if you could go get a Gabe Davis for that, all day. Fournette for A.J. Brown or Tyreek Hill or something like that. Brees and Walker or CMC and JT. CMC and JT. I love Brees and Walker, but CMC and JT. Ryan, that's a long question, bro. Adams, Singletary, Harris, or Brees Hall, Ayuk, and Juju. Adams, Singletary, Damian Harris. Give me Brees Hall. I don't know. It's pretty even because Adams has had his bye week. Yeah, you could go back and forth. Don't make me call with other personalities, Smitty. Good thing the phone lines aren't open, Ron. Hopefully, I didn't leave them open and the volume up. You guys would be calling me Smitty. Don't worry. Don't worry. Shoot that answer. It'd be in my studio going. Yeah, also, you're going to hear an answer. Hello, this is Bill Belichick. I've took over Smitty's studio. My studio is better for film room for watching film. I don't know if you guys have seen. Was it Bill Belichick? Who's got that really bad? I think it's Bill Belichick. He's at the kitchen table, and he's got a really bad setup for film for the for the combine and NFL draft. Didn't he set up at like a real old school kitchen table, and he had like a laptop, and that was it. And then you go in, like McVay's got like this full like setup. We need to get Bill Belichick over to my place during the NFL draft. Trade DK and Alec Pierce for Higgins. I'm torn on DK and Higgins. I like them both about the same. Thoughts on Cordero Patterson? I like him. I got cut. I'd pick him up in a heartbeat with a smile, but I don't know like what to expect. I don't think any of us do. I assume they're going to give him the ball right when he gets back. So I do like him. I do like him. Yeah, Bill's dog was drafting. Trade CMC, CEH, Mike Williams for Cooper Kupp and ETN. Yeah, give me Cooper Kupp and ETN, bro, all day long. Trade St. Brown and Fournette for Diggs and Carter. Give me St. Brown and Fournette, and then I trade Fournette. Dalvin Cook and Higgins for JJ. Give me JJ. Give me JJ. Do it live. Still laughing at Sutton over Gabe Davis from earlier. Yeah, can you imagine? Like, I don't know if Zach is still in here. The Zach, you know what Zach I'm talking about. How shocked he was that we as a community, the whole community likes Gabe Davis over Sutton. Sutton plays for Nathaniel Hackett. I don't know if he knows that. Babe Davis. You drafting Babe Davis. T Hill over or for Walker. I go Walker. At me. Ken Walker or Dalvin Cook, Madison rest of season. Ken Walker. B Rob Mostert this week. Mostert is 100%. I'd probably go B Rob, but I could go either way. I was just watching the video before I joined. Zach was wilding. He's like a wildebeest out there all by himself. And he thinks he's got everybody on his side too. He thinks he's got the whole chat room behind him. Like, we say this, Smitty. Smitty, Waddle, or T Higgins rest of the season. I'll probably say Waddle, but like I like T Chubb or Swift. Chubb right now. You can't go another direction until Swift is back and healthy. Gus or Foreman, probably Foreman. Don't trust Gus Edwards. He's coming back from his knee is so bad he couldn't play. Like is he gonna just be magically okay to go? No. Like Gus Edwards comes back, his knee's gonna get hit by Trump. Think about it. Gus's knee is so bad, as was JK's, and I told you to stay away from JK. It's clear as day. When a player's not ready for week one, he's going to get hurt because he's not ready. And then he's going to get shoved out there and play football in the National Football League, the hardest sport in the world, on your knees and for running backs. And you're expecting his knee to just go from 0 to 100? Like Gus Edwards is not going to hold up at all. There's just no. 49ers have police tape over the 2023. The 49ers better the 49ers are going to put that cone helmet thing on CMC and try and have him play in it. The Niners are going to roll CMC out in a red no contact jersey during games and try and pull it off. They're going to be like, CMC, get out there in your red no contact jersey. Just see if nobody hits you. And you're going to see it like the handoff to CMC in the red no contact jersey. And everyone's going to look around confused. and he's just going to take off to the end zone. And then they're going to be like, what's going on? That's the only way they're going to keep him healthy. Kenneth Walker over Dalvin, yes. We got another Ricardo. We got another one. Ricardo said Kenneth Walker over Dalvin Cook. Ha 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 ha. The crying emoji, the secondary crying emoji, the skull, the face with the tongue hanging out. Stop it, man. That's all unnecessary use, Ricardo. Ricardo, this is coming from somebody that traded for Najee Harris using Breece Hall. I'm getting talked down to by somebody that traded for Najee Harris using Breece Hall. And he's telling me how to rank my Kenneth Walker? I don't think so, Ricardo. I don't think so. Ricardo, I'm here for you. I offered you my hand. Offered you my hand. You slapped it away. I said, let me help you. Let me help you. And you say, ha, 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 ha. Crying emoji, other crying emoji, skull face, laughing with the tongue hanging out. Stop it. Ricardo, you traded Breece Hall for Najee Harris. What are you talking about? I think I messed up and traded Evans for Aaron Jones. Yeah, I mean, you should have got more, Mark. But you know what? I mean, Aaron Jones could definitely bounce back, but you should have got more. There's definitely a difference in value. Keep stashing both Hines and Dion. I'd probably just stash Dion. I don't know. That's a tough one. Smitty dropped Melvin for King and Drake. Probably, and then trade Drake. I don't know. Yeah, don't worry too much about your Aaron Jones trade. I mean, you definitely should have got more, but I'm biased, but I'm running in both of my leagues. I'm running him in both my leagues. What player? Guys, could I just get an answer to my flex question? Ada, I would have answered it if you asked it right there. Are Jay Warren and Pacheco are good ads? I think yes, of course they are. It depends on what you're working with, but of course. Cup for Josh Allen and Lamb. Give me Josh Allen and Lamb all day. I love Cup, but come on. Trade Hollywood and Pierce for JT last week. Smash. Hubbard or Drake? Probably Drake. Tua, we'll see. I'm not going to trust him until we see him play. ETN or Najee for the flex? Give me ETN. Thoughts on Samir White stash, if you can. I mean, or monitor them. Trade Chase, Keenan Allen, and Walker for Saquon, Pittman, and Cooks. Trade Chase, Keenan and Kenneth Walker for Saquon, Pittman, and Cooks. It's close. Give me Kenneth Walker and Jamar Chase. Ron Navy, people should trade CMC for Eckler. Just saying, of course. Yes, CMC or Walker, week 7. Walker, not even close. Anyone trying to trade away Josh Allen is blasphemy. Yeah, but when you're getting, what was the deal? It was Lamb and I forget what it was. Kenneth Walker on the Seahawks over Dalvin and the Vikings, question mark. I saw Kenneth Walker play in high school. My school shut him down. Ooh. Call off all my Kenneth Walker. This was information I did not have. This was information that was not given to me. I was not privy to it. I cancel all Kenneth Walker predictions. In high school, Ricardo's team shut Kenneth Walker down. Call it off. Ricardo, it's Kenny Walker season, baby. I know he may have disappointed you in high school. You know what happened to me in high school? I fell down one time running a race. Scraped my knee up. I got bumped. It got boxed in. I didn't finish that race. You know what someone probably said about that? They said, this guy fell down in that race. He fell down in that race. But do you think that saved the next person I raced and ran up against? Ricardo, who cares about one game? Not to mention, I highly doubt that's even true. Yeah, name the high school. What high school did he go to? He's looking it up. Lamar, Fournette, JT for Hurts, CMC, Kenneth Walker. Lamar, Fournette, JT for Hurts, CMC, Kenneth Walker. Lamar, Fournette, JT. So Hurts and Lamar, you could just toss those guys out. And then JT, Fournette, and JT for CMC and Walker. It's pretty even. You could argue that left and right. Ada, your question was Chase, Patterson. Ada, what's your question? I'm looking to answer it. No, I'm not trying to sell Eno on the high. I was going to, but Eno popped off. I'm trying to find your question, Ada. Ask it again real quick. Like do it really fast so I can keep an eye on it. Josh Allen and Juju or Hurts and AJ Brown? Hurts and AJ Brown. Nady, my high school had Ricardo. He doesn't pass the eye test. I'm no analytics guy. I'm a fantasy guru eye test user. Then Ricardo, explain why you traded Breece Hall for Najee Harris. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Ricardo. I appreciate you though. Kinda. Why are you giving that clown airtime? Because Davis, it's my show, bro, and I'm going back and forth with my people. Are you not entertained, Davis? Are you not? Am I picking the wrong content, Davis? I think I'm doing pretty good choosing what to read and what not to read. Kirk went to Saguaro High School here in Arizona, says Saul. Yeah, but I bet you he had a bad game, Saul. I bet he went up against your high school. Therefore, we shouldn't believe him. Don't miss Ada's question. Okay, where's Ada? Ada, ask it again, though. I don't even know what we're talking about. Bro, did Smitty skip the question again? Okay, hold on. Ada. Hold on. I'm looking. That was it, Smitty. Flex one. Here it is. I got it. Everett, Herbert, Damian Harris, Corey Davis. Guys, help me. Everett, Khalil Herbert, Damian Harris, Corey Davis. Give me Herbert, I think. It's a little bit of a risk. But I like it. Appreciate you. Probably traded Breece Hall for Najee around week 2. For chat room trivia, what wide receiver has most? This is gonna be a Steeler answer, by the way. Most TD catches this year. Don't cheat and look it up. What receiver has the most TD catches this year? The most touchdown catches this year has got to be either Adams, JJ Adams. Does Adams have? No, Adams doesn't have. I would say Diggs, Gabe Davis, or JJ. I don't know. It's a great question. Off the top of my head. Ricardo says Najee Harris' second year back in his prime after top tier rookie year. Kenneth Walker has 2 good games, Smitty. Okay, Ricardo. Start your channel, Ricardo, and crank out your content. JJ has like 2 receiving TDs at best. Yeah, that might be right. I thought. How many does Gabe Davis have? 4? Is Diggs 6? Wow. That's a good trivia question. Because it's like off the top of your head, you're like, I don't really know who's leading in touchdowns. But what's the wide receiver? It's got to be Diggs or Gabe Davis, right? It's probably Diggs. Does Diggs have 6? That's pretty impressive. Najee was also starting off. Yeah, don't worry about Najee. JJ dropping 30 piece without TD. is crazy. Yeah, can't believe Jefferson's only got 2 TDs. How likely will my trade be accepted, offering JJ and Stevenson for JT and AJ Brown? It might get accepted, and it's arguable. I'd probably rather have JT and AJ Brown, but like if you know, Stevenson ends up going nuts and getting the starting job, you know. Smitty didn't got time to play fantasy. He's for the people, says Alex. I'm genuinely curious. I'm not sure what that means. CD only 2 TDs. Thoughts on Kyle Pitts? Barnett says I think you're sleeping on CD or on CMC. I'm not sleeping on him, bro. I mean, I've given him his proper, you know, attention. Like I'm saying, he could be top 5. He could be, but at the same time, you're talking about no week 7 being like ultra productive. You're talking about maybe week 80 is, we're not sure, and then he's got a bye week in week 9. So it's not like I'm sleeping on him, bro. It's just there's some complications there the first 3 weeks to where it's like he may not be. It's a complicated scheme and playbook. Running backs, you can even walk into the huddle and be like, okay, we're running you up the middle if you don't know it yet. CMC is pretty smart study, but you know, I think for me to come out and say I like 5, 6, 7 running backs more than him, if I'm getting an advantage in trade, like give me Walker and AJ Brown over CMC. Just give it to me all day long, all day long. But I'm not saying Walker isn't worth more than CMC. He is. It's all about value. It's all about value and what you can stack together. Should I trade T. Higgins for Kenneth Walker? I would take Kenneth Walker. AJ Brown and Swift for London. For the other than Ricardo that want to actually hear something positive about Walker. Walker, I know Ricardo said the word eye test. Walker passes the eye test, and I don't know if you see my videos on him, but I talk about that specific phrase. You want a player that passes the eye test more than anybody. It's Walker. Walker passes the eye test more than him and Breece Hall are generational talents. They're eye test passing monsters, bro. And when you look at Walker, he looks like a combination of Kamara meets Le'Veon Bell. And Walker has the patience of Le'Veon Bell. He has the shiftiness and ability to navigate space left and right, stutter step like Lev Bell, navigate right and left like Kamara. He's bigger than Kamara. He's a bigger back. He's a big dude, and it's like talk about passing the eye test. Alvin Kamara. Kenneth Walker passes the eye test to an extreme degree. Like this guy looks the part. He looks top 5. Just the way he moves and operates. Absolutely love Kenneth Walker. If I had to rank Walker and Breece Hall for 2023 redraft, I would say both are top 7. Breece Hall is number 1. But that isn't to say that Kenneth Walker can't be top 5. I borderline top 5 overall player. Borderline top 5 overall, and that's after not knowing. The reason he's not number 3 or 2 is because we don't fully know. We think we know, and I'm pretty confident we know that Pete Carroll and that offense is going to be built around him, and they're going to run him. They're excited about him in the offseason. Pete Carroll was drooling over him. He's giddy talking about him. Ron Navy and I talked about this, I think when he called up one time, and we're talking about how when asked about Kenneth Walker before the hernia, he'd say things like, Penny's looking great, or he did great last year. We love what Penny did last year. Penny's, was amazing last year. And then it was like, what do you think about Walker? Oh, Walker looks good right now. Walker looks amazing right now. It was all about like the now. So he was so amped about him. So I'm pretty sure that he's going to get the volume he needs. Kenneth Walker to the moon. To the moon. Top 5 running back. Could potentially be a top 5 running back going forward. And then Breece Hall's, in the top 1 to 5. Kenneth Walker's top 5. Breece Hall's 1 to 5. He gets that extra bit of ceiling value. And JT's 1 to 5. JT's 1 to 5. Breece Hall's 1 to 5. Basically, if you ask me, hey Smitty, who do you want more than anybody at running back going forward? I'm going to tell you JT and Breece Hall. If I could pick any 2 running backs to have on my roster, and keep in mind that this is in a vacuum. In the real world setting, I'm getting Breece Hall later, and I'm taking full advantage of that because I'm not a moron. But Breece Hall and JT in a vacuum are the guys that I want going forward. Debo and Tony Pollard for Kenneth Walker. I'd take Kenneth Walker in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, broski. In a heartbeat. So, as I've told you guys, we might be looking at a 24-hour live stream. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Hit that thumb up button. 200 people in the building. Smitty, start 2. Ayuk, London, Curtis. I guess London and Ayuk right now. Stevenson or Pickens. I don't know if we're doing it or not. I'm gonna potentially plan for the 24-hour live stream. What it might be is a challenge. That's all I'm gonna say. Might be a challenge. We heard how you feel about the other rookie running backs. What are your thoughts on Dameon Pierce? What are my thoughts on Dameon Pierce? The rest of the season, I love him, bro. Love him. I mean, he was a quiet top 10 running back before the season kicked off, which didn't look good after week 1. People cut this man. People cut Dameon Pierce, bro. There were so many people DM me left and right. Smitty, I drafted Pierce because of you. Is he droppable? Is he droppable, Smitty? Should I just cut him? I on my text line, I get like 2 messages an hour after week 1. They're like, should I just cut him? I can't believe I spent a 5.5 round pick on this guy. And it's like, or when people drafted early, Smitty, you told me he'd be great in the 6th round. Should I cut him? Should I cut him? Dameon Pierce has been lights out for us in the fantasy football show community. We've been hitting home runs. Home runs. Yeah, if I go live for 24 hours, it will be during the Sunday games. It will be me watching football. I can't, obviously turn the camera, but it'll be me watching football on Sunday. Probably start at I imagine we'll start at 6 p.m., maybe 8 p.m., 9 p.m., something like that, and go into the morning games and then end it about right when the Sunday night game ends is when I will end my live stream if we do that. When did I first get into fantasy? 25 years ago. I think it was more than that. I've been doing it professionally for 20 years, I think. When did you first get into fantasy? Smitty, should I drop Dylan, Jamal Williams, or Herbert for Deonta Foreman? Dylan, Jamal Williams, or Herbert for Deonta Foreman? No, I wouldn't. 2003 is my first year, says Nady. Yeah, I was the first one to do a 24-hour live stream solo in the fantasy football space. I did 2 of them before anybody did 1. A couple people have done it since, or 1 or 2 people have done it since, and then a couple people try it as a group. So any locks on Underdog? Yeah, Breece Hall and the over on the prop. What was it? It was Breece Hall 60 something yards, 68 yards I think total yards for Breece Hall on Underdog props. Go use promo code Smitty. 68 point something I think yards on the over. Go do the over on that. That's really, really, really money. mean, that's money. That's about as money as you can get, it seems. It's combined yardage, too. It's like 60 something. Ron, can you look it up? Are you able to? Thank you, Keenan. Appreciate you. Keenan says Smitty has the best fantasy advice and calls in the game. It's not even close. Thank you, Keenan. Appreciate you. Start two, Smitty. Keenan, Drake. Keenan, Drake, or Kenyon Drake, sorry. Kenyon Drake, DJ Moore, Latavius Murray, or Wandell. Probably Drake and I don't know. Maybe DJ Moore. DJ Moore could have a little bit of a resurgence because that's all they got. You know, it's all they got now. Superflex League. Need a QB start for bye fill-ins. Russ, Brissett, Davis Mills, Zappi. Probably Russ, man. Chris's is 82.5. I think it did go up. Maybe it was 82.5, but 82.5 total yards is still really good. Maybe it did. Maybe that was what it was. But that's it. That's total yards. He's getting the over on that. Took Warren Moon in the 7th. My first ever pick was Troy Aikman. Yeah, my first ever pick was Troy Aikman. Took him in round 1. I didn't know how to play fantasy yet. My buddies got me into it. We were playing Tecmo Bowl. Carr Higgins, B-Rob for Kyler. Carr Higgins, B-Rob. Probably take that Carr Higgins, B-Rob side. Kyler's not earned. He hasn't earned that, bro. Deion Jackson or Hines at Foreman. I mean, if you need now value, but like I like Deion a little bit more, but if you need now value, picking up you talking about the backup to Barkley. Yeah, he's on the ad drop list this last week. Trey's not Foreman. Jeremy Hill, yeah. Zeke or ETN for this week 7. ETN. 82.5, but Underdog does change updates numbers. Okay, maybe I have a different number. I forget. I could have swore it's like 68 something, but either way, even 82 over. Brees Hall over on that. But I got some other ones. I put it on my stories. My Underdog locks are on my stories. If they're off already, I'll repost it. But I have 5 nothing's a lock in the prop game, but I got 5 of my so-called favorite potential locks, and I'll put them on my stories after this video. What's up with A-Rod? They just need to fix the offense, bro. Run the ball more. Thoughts on B-Rob rest of season? I like him. I like him a lot. How do you feel about Taysom Hill rest of season? I mean, I liked him going into this week. He scored 10 points. He was fine. Scored 4 touchdowns 2 weeks ago. Had only 40 yards rushing, which is still like impressive, but it was only 4 points he scored. It was not a great game for Taysom 2 weeks ago, but this past week he had 10 points. He threw for like 40 yards. Like, they're using him all over the place. Like, Taysom Hill's a great tight end starter. DJ Moore to the Packers would be phenomenal, but it sounds like they want to keep him. I think they want to keep him. I think, number one, if they don't get a quarterback through the draft, and I think they probably will, but if they don't, if they try and trade for a quarterback or bring in an unrestricted free agent and they're delirious and they think someone's going to actually want to go there, I think they need a wide receiver and a weapon. And I think they basically said, I think yesterday or late yesterday or early today, that they consider DJ Moore the cornerstone of the team now. So I don't know that they're just propping that up to try and, posture and get him traded, but I don't know. DJ Moore to the Packers, it would be interesting. Or to the Chargers would be pretty cool. How do you feel about Mostert barring injury rest of season? Seems like a good schedule for running backs. He's okay. He's just, he's often injured. I don't know how much I trust that running back room. Feels very, very capable of rotating. Tom Brady, yeah. I've been doing this professionally as long as Tom Brady was a rookie. So we're both in it together. Your numbers was 79.5, Smitty. I have it. Okay, great. So it went up. It went up. But 79.5 felt great when it still feels good at 80, whatever, 82 or whatever it was, 80. But 79.5 underdog over on Brees Hall. That was total yards. Ramondre Etienne rest of season. Give me Etienne, but it doesn't mean I don't like Ramondre. Spencer, Dak, CD, CMC, Hurts, AJ Brown, Henry, starters, Dak, CD, Waddle, CMC. Okay, so let's see, Dak, CD, and CMC or Hurts, AJ Brown, Henry. Hurts, AJ Brown, Henry. Yeah, good question though. Is Aaron Rodgers or Aaron Jones and Etienne for Diggs too much? I think that's probably is Aaron Jones and Etienne for Diggs too much. It's probably fine. I mean, I like Etienne a lot, but I probably would do that to get Diggs. Diggs is the best player in the deal. Damian Harris rest of season, not super high on him. I like Stevenson, but I mean Bill Belichick's the one making those decisions, man. Dak, I don't know about Dak. I want to wait and see. His Hall top 3 option rest of season? I believe he is. Brees Hall, Chase, or Swift, Cup. Brees Hall, Chase, or Swift, Cup. Give me Brees Hall and Jamar Chase over Swift and Cup. But if Swift comes back healthy, and he could definitely help make that side win or be equal to. But for right now, it's Brees Hall and Jamar Chase, my guy. Pretty easy call for right now. All right, guys. I think that's it for tonight. We've done a lot of good damage tonight. Went live earlier for almost 3 hours. Now we're live here for an hour and a half. I'll be live tomorrow. We'll be doing the Start Bench show tomorrow. So I will see you all. Unless news breaks tomorrow, I'll go live again. Obviously I go live whenever news breaks. Get on over to Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code Smitty. Underdog Fantasy will match up to $100 in your first deposit if you're new to Underdog. Use promo code Smitty. Go take that prop Brees Hall over yardage. I still like it, but I'm going to put my 5 locks for Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. They match up to whatever you put in up to $100. So you put in 50, they'll give you 50. You put in 100, they'll give you 100. As long as you're new and as long as you use promo code Smitty, I'm going to put my favorite props for. Thank you, Ada. Appreciate you. I'm going to put my props up. Thank you, Saul, on my stories right now, right when I end this video. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Later. Thank you. Later, Ron. Later, UPS Power. Thank you, Trains. Appreciate you. Nathan, the OJ, Peach. Appreciate you. Dirt, Ada, Braun, Saul, Dan, Rockout, Omar, Avi, Cedric, Nathan, Zach F, Travis, AC, Jacob, Nady, Chris. Appreciate you guys all. Peace out. J. Rob or Damien. Bro. No.